what is actually happening with the Pokemon Black and White remakes? Are they happening? Are they not? I think they're gonna happen, but maybe a lot later than we ever were expecting. Now, I really thought Black and White remakes would probably come out in like 2029, maybe like 2028 potentially, but I thought they would happen after Generation 10. But now that we have an idea of what the next couple Pokemon games are gonna be, we may or may not have to wait a long time for the Black and White remakes. I definitely think they're still going to happen. One thing I want to know from you guys, what do you think the remakes would look like? Do you think they do Black and White on one cartridge, and then Black and White 2 on another one? Or do you think they just do like a collection where it's Black and White 2 on one cartridge? And before we hop right into the news, the information, the leaks here, make sure to leave a like on the video. Let's try to hit 200 likes today. Subscribe to the channel for all Pokemon news, leaks, updates, just everything about Pokemon. Any support goes a long way, so thank you guys so much. Okay, so this is from a website. It says Pokemon developer Game Freak has not had a good week as their mainline Pokemon game series plans up to 2030 leaked yesterday. Literally, like, everything is on the internet. It's crazy, and they're taking action, which is kind of scary. But anyways, with the leak came plenty of other Pokemon related tidbits, such as the team considering remakes of DS games, Pokemon Black and White, and documentation which was leaked. Game Freak believes the titles didn't meet player expectations, so when they do get around to making them, they would try to go all out on them. So I think this is super interesting because this could show that the Black and White remakes are actually going to be good. And the reason why I'm saying that is because Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl were like, you know, they're fun games. But as far as a good remake, I don't know. Let me know your thoughts about that. I thought they're okay. They were fun games. As far as a remake goes, they weren't amazing. I'm just so curious to see like what these games are going to look like. How are they going to really do it? Because Black and White 2 are different Pokemon games. They're not the same thing. As you can see, I got Black 2 over here and then Pokemon Black 1. Awesome games. Probably my favorite generation if I had to say, but it's kind of hard to pick a favorite generation. Let me know, what's your favorite generation of Pokemon? A lot of viewers of the channel like Gen 8, Gen 9, Gen 7, which is really cool because Gen 7 and Gen 8 are like those lost regions for me. Those are like the games that I never really got too heavy into, but I would like to. So I'm going to try to play those games again. I have played them, but I just, you know, are they going to be big open world games? Are they going to be the traditional type of style? Like, think about how Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl, it was still, you know, like the kind of top-down style, but it was like a chibi art style. I actually enjoyed the art style of that game. I thought everything looked good. I just wish there was more to the game, like more cool new things. I don't know, they just didn't do enough new in that game. From this website, it says Game Freak believes the titles didn't meet players' expectations, which I'm thinking is like the original games. They didn't sell that well. Black and White were kind of flops for Pokemon games as far as it goes, especially Black and White 2. But even with that being said, I think Black and White are more popular now than they were when they came out. Like, I think the love and the nostalgia for these games is just huge right now. You know, we just had the recent Black Bolt and White Flare Pokemon card set. That was super popular. Obviously, that's Gen 5 related. People love the Unova region. So when they do actually do the remakes, it's gonna be good because they're gonna make sure people like it this time around, even though they're awesome games. Okay, let's move on to more leaks, okay? These are more leaks based from the Terra Leak 2.0. The second Terra Leak was just, it's crazy. There's so many things that I haven't even talked about yet. Take into account that if Game Freak's schedule pans out, the Unova remakes will happen at the very least around the Switch 3 release, which we don't know if we're actually gonna get a Switch 3. It would be funny. Like, this is a hilarious render from Cardinal of like the next Switch console. I don't know if they'd actually call it a Switch 3. I kind of think they would because the Switch is just so popular that it's like, what the heck else are they gonna like release? Like, what other console could they make that's gonna be better than the Switch? The Switch is like the ultimate Nintendo console. I mean, I love the Wii, I love the DS, the Game Boy, but like something about the Switch is like, it's so universal. Like, everyone can use it. You know, you can play on the TV, handheld mode. It's so portable. I don't know. So what are they gonna do? Could they ever top the Switch? I don't know. They probably could because they're pretty creative, but remakes made for Black and White onwards should have a lot more love and care put into them. I hope that they become good games that will allow people to enjoy eras different from the Legends series. Note that Game Freak has no Unova remake in development. This is just them mentioning that when they eventually do it, it will be a full remake, which is interesting. So it does say that will allow people to enjoy different eras from the Legends series, which is interesting. So I'm like wondering, does that mean that they're going to try to make this game kind of like the Legends series in a way? I don't know. What do you guys think about that? I would just like it to be a full-on remake, but just add stuff to the game. Like, maybe add another town or something like that. Add the Battle Evolution gimmick from what's probably going to be Generation 11, because Gen 10 is not going to be the era where these remakes happen. We're getting that huge other remake of all the other Pokemon games like Kanto, Sinnoh, Johto. I think that's, Kitakami. I think those are the regions that'll be in that new remake game, which is going to be awesome. I'm stoked for that. It should be some sort of like MMO, if I'm not mistaken. It's going to be like a big MMO kind of style game where, if you don't know what an MMO is, it's basically where there's a bunch of other random players like in the same world as you. You can see them in real time. They're also moving around, they're shiny hunting, doing whatever they're doing. So I think it'll be awesome. So that's going to be our Gen 10 remake, it seems like. The Generation 10 era of Pokemon games is going to have that big remake. And then Gen 11 comes out 2030 is the plan right now, unless it gets pushed back another year to 2031, which is crazy. Guys, where the heck will everyone be in 2030? Will you guys still be watching the channel? I'm sure I'll still be doing content. I don't know why I wouldn't. So let me know, would you guys still watch the channel in 2030 when Gen 11 rolls around? I mean, shoot, that's wild. And as far as that battle evolution gimmick goes, we do have stuff for like Wind and Wave. It's going to be some sort of new like weather move right here. The new battle mechanic for Wind and Wave is some sort of like weather mechanic, which is interesting, but obviously that's probably not going to be in the Gen 5 remake. I don't even think it would be in the remake of the multi-region remake. I don't even know if they'd have any battle evolution gimmick in there. I feel like the game doesn't need something like that. If we're getting something super unique and creative and different like that, I don't think that game is going to need a battle evolution gimmick. But if it does, that'd be cool. That would be sweet. I mean, I always wanted a Legends Unova or a Gen 5 Legends game. Now, this is a trailer made by my boy Nintendo, and obviously credit to the other background footage in this trailer as well from the creators. But anyways, I think a Legends Kyurem would be sick, or like a Legends, original dragon, or because as far as I know, we don't really know anything about the OG original dragon, but I would love a Legends Kyurem game or a Gen 5 Legends game. And I know a lot of other people do as well. I never really thought they would do a Legends Unova this soon, only because that they're next in line for the remakes. Like the remake treatment is next up for these games. However, like I said, we're getting the other like big multi-region remake first, and then we're gonna get these remakes probably 2032 maybe. Dude, it's gonna be a long time, so we just have to stay alert, stay patient, wait for the announcements. I mean, who knows? Nintendo, Pokemon, Game Freak, they could totally do a huge curveball, and everything that we know right now, they could be like, you know what, boom, we're just not gonna do it anymore because it's leaked. They could totally switch everything around. I don't think they are, because they're already, probably years in development or months in development to some of these games, but it's just always a possibility. Would you guys want to see a Legends Unova game or a remake for Black and White? I'm just looking forward to the future of Pokemon. Black and White remakes are going to happen eventually. It's in the documents. We know that they want to make them good and better than when they originally came out, even though I think that they're great games. Let me know in the comments, what is your favorite generation, and do you like Pokemon Black and White? Because I know a lot of people do, but a lot of people hate it. So it's kind of like a 50-50 type of thing. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure you leave a like. Let me know how you're feeling about the face cam recently, because, this is the third, I think, video with the face cam. I'm getting a little more used to it. It's still kind of funny. Definitely a little bit funny. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to like, subscribe to the channel. And if you are a real one watching this far in the video, comment down below pizza or your favorite type of pizza. Anyways, hope you guys have a fantastic day. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.